I think most anime watchers would agree that a good comedy anime is always one of the most enjoyable watches that you will get. Anime like Grand Blue, School Rumble, and The Vampire Dies in No Time were all some of the most memorable watches for me because of their elite comedy. However, when an anime can succeed in offering top-notch humor that will have you laughing throughout the entirety of each episode, but while also offering other unique differentiators such as high-quality animation and interesting story building, it makes for an even more memorable watch, and that is exactly what the anime Witch Watch has done. Witch Watch has numerous absolutely hilarious moments in it, but it also has interesting serious moments where the plot builds. Similar to the style of Tama in that regard. When you couple the plot building, the comedy, the romance, and the high quality animation all together, the anime really stands out and was one of the more enjoyable watches I had from the spring 2025 anime lineup. Now, with all of this being said, I'm going to get a bit more in depth about why exactly I hold this anime in a high enough regard to make a video about it. I won't speak about the comedy aspect for too long, but I think this point is worth mentioning. There are comedy moments in almost every anime. I think you could probably get a laugh out of even the saddest of animes, like Orange. However, I think most anime watchers can agree that there are levels in which different animes' comedy falls. For example, to me, the three anime I mentioned earlier, School Rumble, Grand Blue, and The Vampire Dies in No Time, would all fall into the highest level of comedy for me. These are all anime that are designed to be as funny as they possibly can. Their main value lies within comedy. But then, in a few levels below that, I'd have anime like Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, which are also very funny, but just not quite as funny, because it focuses on both comedy and romance, which School Rumble also does as well, but that's just such a great anime, it would still be on that higher level. Now, probably a little bit further down, I'd have Naruto, which has some pretty good comedy, but again, it focuses on more than just comedy. In this case, the anime Naruto focuses on comedy, action, and story building. Usually the funniest animes are the ones that are specifically designed to be a humor-based anime, and simply just aim on making the funniest scenes possible. However, occasionally you get an anime that has that elite comedy while not being solely focused on comedy. Examples of these kinds of anime would be One Piece and Gintama, and after watching Witch Watch, I think I'm about ready to put it in that category as well. Moving on from the comedy aspect, Witch Watch also has some really great animation. The budget for this anime was not low, and you can tell. Also, though Witch Watch is mostly just a lot of random funny adventures, the plot is slowly building in the background as well. The main characters of this anime are named Nico, who is the witch, and Morihito, who is her familiar, or I guess the person who watches over her, since the anime is called Witch Watch. Nico was sent to be under Morihito's care due to a prophecy her mother read about her that a cruel fate would befall her. The prophecy read that the only one that could protect her from this cruel fate was Morihito. And from then on, you've got Witch Watch, which is basically just this dude watching this extremely clumsy and rambunctious witch as she goes on her daily adventures of being clumsy and rambunctious. Then of course, you get other characters who come into the loop as well, but as for the main premise of the anime, that's basically it. And there's also a romance aspect to the anime, but I mean, it's not really so important that I would mention it in this video. But yeah, I don't like to go too in depth in my videos as to what an anime has to offer when you do decide to give it a watch. I just try to inform some of my fellow anime watchers out there to try giving different ones that I enjoy to watch. So I definitely recommend trying this one out and seeing if it interests you. And if you've already seen it, I'd love to hear what you thought about the anime. Anyways, I appreciate it if you made it this far into the video. And y'all take it easy, enjoy yourselves. Hope y'all enjoyed it.